Hey guys, welcome back to another model bench update. Been busy last few weeks, got a few kits we'll talk about, a few new purchases, also finished a couple of models right here we'll talk about as well. So yeah, it's been a busy time. Off work for the next, well, I took about 11 days off to use some vacation time up over Christmas and New Year, so still got almost a week left. So I'm going to start building a new model soon, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. So hope everybody's staying safe. Firstly, thank you for all the new subscribers. It's gone a little crazy. I've right now I'm averaging about 100 every 28 days. For a small channel like this, I usually get like 20-25 new subscribers, so it's only really blew up the last month or so, which I really appreciate. So firstly, I get more time and comments about focusing issues and stuff. This is a small channel, low budget. I don't have thousands of dollars to spend on cameras. I have 2 daughters to take care of, as well as other things. I work full time. I don't take any money from this channel. It's totally free, no subscriptions, no Patreon, e-begging, no commercials, nothing. It's totally free for everybody. So if you don't like, I'm going to sound like a dick, but if you don't like it, just go to another channel. Go to Flory Models. He charges £5 a month, and you can get better content there. The camera I use right now is a Canon M50 with the lens, wide-angle lens. It's probably about $800. So I'm not using a cheap equipment. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, so if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I might consider investing, a better camera and more lighting and stuff. But right now, this is the situation I'm in, and this is the best I can do. So I know people constantly every day I get the same comment over and over from the same people about focusing and lighting and stuff. But again, this is just a free channel. It's free. So if you don't like it, there's plenty of other places to go. So that's my little rant out of the way. So let's get on with what I've been working. Well, while I'm here, let me show you what I've purchased. Mostly, well, a couple today, just this morning actually, and we've got a couple of built models too. You can see in front of me here. So I'm just going to slide these out of the way, and we'll talk about those in a minute, just so not in the way. So this guy, lean across the camera. Takum 72. I ordered this months ago, literally, and it just arrived like a week or two ago. Just did a video review. I think it went live this morning. This is the 2-pack, the semi-second scale Chieftain and the MV432 Armored Personnel Carrier. This is a really great kit. It's not very expensive at all. It's probably about $25 maybe, and you get 2 kits in it, and I'll show you in a minute, but it builds up really, really well. You can't see it, obviously, it's so tiny, but I'll do a close-up in a minute. But there's so much photo etch and detail in these things. I haven't built the Chieftain, but I just built the APC. It was a really blast to build. I built it over the last weekend. It's like a weekend project, but put it together for a few hours and then painted and little weathering and stuff, and it really turned out nicely. So I mean, it's a little fiddly with tracks and stuff at 72nd scale, but it takes up no room at all. The base I put it on is 3x5 inch. So yeah, super cool. So we'll talk about that in a little bit more in a minute. But yeah, so I got that one. And then today I went to Hobby Lobby and picked up a couple of car kits. So they have a deal right now, but depending when you watch this, if you're in the US, 40% off all kits. Now you can get 40% any day of the week anyway by just going using your phone app on your phone as an app and just get the 40% off one item. So you get 40% anyway. But so what I did was I bought 2 kits, and I kind of procrastinated over this a long time. I went to Hobby Lobby, I went to Hobby Town, went back to Hobby Lobby, a different Hobby Lobby. I really like cars. As you know, my passion is aviation, and that's not ever going to change, but I really like cars, but I struggle because I can't get the really nice paintwork. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so if I get a lot of dust in the paintwork or any kind of imperfections, it kind of ruins it for me, and it takes away the build, and I kind of normally give up. So about once a year, around this time of year, I normally build a car kit, and then it normally fails, and it goes back in the box, and I swear I never build another car kit ever again. We go back to airplanes and stuff. So this time I picked up a couple of kits. I want to give it another shot. Every week, every month, every year, my skills get better. And so these are 2 I picked up randomly. So I grew up in England, moved out here when I was 23. So I'm not familiar with like 70s and 80s classic American cars. I know like the Mustang and the Camaro and all that kind of stuff. But like when it comes to things like this, was a Plymouth 71 Duster 340. I've never heard of that, to be honest with you. This guy right here, I just saw it and I thought, wow, that's a kind of cool looking car, especially in the yellow and black. So I thought, You know what, that's a cool looking car. I wouldn't mind building that. So I went on, normally before I buy any of these kind of kits, the American ones, I always kind of go to just when I'm in a store, pull up YouTube on my phone and just look at a couple of quick reviews, make sure it's not a complete hot mess, and actually had pretty good reviews on this. There's a really good channel. I'm going to look at my phone real quick so I make sure I get this right. He has about 50,000 subscribers. HPI Guys Space Workshop. HPI Guys Workshop. He knocks these out in like 2 days. It's a really good quality. He has like 50,000 subscribers and he does all these American muscle cars and stuff. And I saw, when I pulled up his channel, he did one of these in the yellow and black with the, he made it kind of like middle of like a restoration kind of job. So some of the panels were kind of grey primer and he kind of did a little bit of rust here and there. And it looked really good. So again, check out his channel, but I thought that'd be a really cool little project. So what I fail sometimes with these car kits is getting that perfect finish. So I don't blow my own trumpet, but I know my way around airbrush. I'm pretty good at competent at painting, but when it comes to gloss painting and 2K and stuff, I always kind of struggle a little bit. So I thought with this one would be perfect. Maybe do it that kind of not ultra shiny showroom, but do it kind of like in mid, like he copy him, kind of do a restoration kind of, not a junkyard one, but kind of mid restoration kind of version. So I got that guy. And I thought, yeah, yellow and black, it looks pretty cool. The black stripes and a black bonnet or hood, where we are in the world. And these come with 4 engines. So with a 40% off, let's see if I got the receipt in my pocket still. So these are really good buys. So this one was $29.99. So 40% off, it's $17.99. So 18 bucks. So what's that, like 13 pounds sterling maybe ish? So that's nothing for a little project for a few hours. I mean, if it goes wrong, whatever, you're not going to, you know, it's like a $100 kit. It's pretty cheap. So I got that one. This one here, which we'll talk about in a minute, was $26.99. So that was $16.19. So again, that's like 12 UK pounds. So the other one I picked up was this guy, which is the Jeep Rubicon. It's the older version. My mind's going CK, I think it is. New one's JK, right? So I think it's CK. So this one doesn't have an engine or anything, but it has the snorkel and it has all the cool stuff. Let's see that again. And so it doesn't say anything on the box, I think because of trademark and copyright and stuff, but allegedly it's still sealed. It has Baywatch decals in here, the lifeguard ones, I think. So you could build this yellow with the old school Baywatch from the early 90s, of Pamela Anderson and Carmen Electra and stuff. You could paint this yellow, and apparently you have the decals in here, which when I'll do a review of this and we'll see if that's the case. So there's 2 things come to mind with this one for me. So same thing, like, you know, not worrying about a showroom glossy finished paint job. I could do this a little bit weathered up. So I'm going to weather this up. So there's 2 plans. So I was thinking maybe, before I knew about the lifeguard thing, I thought maybe it could do a cool kind of like trail, kind of muddy, dirty trail kind of version. Maybe, I don't know, like the mango orange, what they call it, or maybe, I don't know, red, or blue, I don't know, who knows what color, or maybe like a tan color. So that was one. Or the other version, I thought I could do like a little mini diorama, like a base, not diorama, but a base with, like, you know, the mud and the trail runs and stuff. Or I could, my second option was to do a beachy kind of scene. So do it the Baywatch one. So a Baywatch Jeep with like a little sandy kind of beachy base, and then Master Box do in a scale, do those creepy figures, like, you know, like the truck drivers and stuff. And I'm pretty sure they do kind of women in scantily clad clothing. And I think one of them is like a jogger, like yoga pants and stuff. So I thought a cool one would be the Baywatch beachy one on the boardwalk, like Santa Monica kind of thing, with like somebody running by it, like a jogger, a figure. So that was my 2 kind of options. So why don't you, in the comments below, why don't you put down what you think? If you think better to go to the beachy kind of Baywatch Jeep, or go with the kind of more of a trail, kind of off-roady kind of vibe, dirt kind of vibe. I'm just curious what you guys think. So I might do that as a video build. We don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm just curious. I'm leaning towards the beachy one. Regardless, I think I'm probably going to start with this one this week. Like I say, I'm off work, so once I'm done with this video, I think I'm going to bust this guy open. Well, actually, I'll look at both of them and see what I think. But I'm probably leaning towards this one first and do this one as a, like I say, kind of like a renovation, rehab kind of wheeler dealers kind of deal with that one. So yeah, something a little bit different. I just need a break from the aircraft. I built. You probably saw my other video of my reviews of the 2020. This year I built like 15 aircraft, mostly modern jets. so I just need a little break and go back to it. I've started a Harrier GR5, the Hasegawa 48 scale one. I've done a cockpit on that, but I've kind of put that to the side. I'm just not quite feeling it right now. I'll come back to it for sure. I just need a break, do something a little bit different. So like I say, I love it. I'm not a petrol head, but I do love cars, and they're good size too. They're not huge in 25th or 24th scale. So I'm gonna give one of these guys a go, and who knows, it might end up in a trash can and back to the aircraft, but we'll see. So that's pretty much it from what I've been up to, well, what I've been purchasing. Let me switch the camera down so you can look closer, and we can take a look at these guys while I finished, and a couple of in progress projects as well. We'll do that. So yeah, let me switch the cameras and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's look at what I've been in progress, what I've been working on. So I got this guy, the Harrier GR5, the 48 scale kit from Hasegawa. It's an old kit, built the GR7 before. This one's going to be in the green. I did want to do a snow camo in this, but I just couldn't find any decals anywhere for a Harrier snow camo other than the Edward limited edition set for the GR7. So we can go with green, the dark and light green with this one. And pretty much got the main fuselage put together. As always, there's a little bit of a problem here to take care of, some sanding and stuff to blend this line in. This is always a problem with these kits, that one line behind the larynx, whatever it's called, that right there. But yep, that one's together, and just simply using the cockpit decals. Put those on. They're all shiny, so I put some matte XF86 on top just to kind of dull them down a little bit. So just needs a little bit more detail painting in there, and that's good to go. So we kind of put that on hold. Kind of lost the mojo a little bit of that one, so let's put that one to the side. Then, in my infinite wisdom, I figured I would try this guy, which I've done a review on, the KC10 Extender. So I did a couple of days worth on this one. Again, this one put to the side. Big boy, as you can see. So I've kind of glued the fuselage, so this part's separate in the back. I think it's probably so they can use the KC, a DC10 and a TriStar mold or something, I don't know. But anyway, so I attached that on best I could. I've not, dealt with any seam lines or anything yet. The cockpit was actually pretty detailed, but I'm just going with a well, I did build these airliner kind of ones, like I did with the KC135. Is it 135? 134? Whatever it was. I always use the decal on the front, so you don't see any of the cockpit stuff. So there's just come a few more bits and bobs, but again, I'm not care about the cockpit. Put nose weight in. You need quite a lot of nose weight on this one, and I've done the other side too. So this is ready. We're almost ready to sandwich together. So you can see it's going to be quite a big lump. Now this bit is fine. I sanded this down, but the problem now is the smaller parts are very flashy, and it's kind of hard to see what's flash and what's not. So I have to put the nose wheel in before I put these two parts together. So that's probably the next step, and then I can get all this sandwiched together and take care of seam lines, and then the bottom goes in and the wings and stuff. So this is a kind of slow project. Again, I kind of got a little bit frustrated with this one. I put it to the side, just not feeling it last few days. So that's that one. Now I have another third kit now I've been working on. Now this is bad because I normally like to do one at a time, get it off the bench and work on the next one. So this one's another one where I really lost the mojo with this. As you follow my channel for a while, I kind of was an armor modeler, and a year or two ago I just kind of just lost it all and got kind of bored with it. So moved to aircraft full time. So excuse the bash of the box. Everything inside fine. This is how it came from China back in the day. But this is Border Models Leopard. I'm doing the A5 variant. So this just looks huge. Off building a semi-second scale kit, this is massive. But so I built most of it. I mean, it's ready for prime and paint. Built that guy. It has somewhat workable suspension. Built some of the turret. See, it's a pretty big guy. Built the gun. Then kind of got stopped a little bit. These baskets kind of drew me crazy. You have to put photo etch. They're not different. There's one piece of photo etch you have to bend around it and glue it on. My super glue kind of got a little bit off, not sticking very good. It's kind of cheap and I want to open a new bottle. So I mean, I was fooling around with these little baskets and I just gave up in the end. It was just annoying me. Plus, the thought of doing all these tracks and pieces and stuff. So this one kind of got shelved too. So it's quite an impressive model. Nicely detailed and stuff. Like I say, that P was really driving me crazy. Those parts, but they're my kind of free stall projects over the last couple of weeks. Just been kind of searching for something to do, and then I came across this one. Like I said, I did over the weekend. So this is my finish. This is the Takum FV432 semi-second scale. So I did a simple base for this. I actually did a little video to show how I did the base, and just using some AK diorama wet mud effects. So simple, just splatter, toothbrush splatter some on the side. And I'm not sure how well you can see this, because again, this is semi-second scale. It's tiny. If I put my hand, it fits in my palm of my hand. It's that small. But it turned out really nicely. Actually, nice, cool little weekend project. And what photo etch and stuff. This photo etch was actually not nice in the border one. This cooperated and wasn't a problem at all. So if you want to compare semi-second scale to 35th, I mean, this is my 35th tank compared to my semi-second scale APC. It's yeah, a lot tinier for sure. So that, yeah, I'm really happy how this guy turned out. Cool little project. Still got a Chieftain in the box to do at some point. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one. It's a cool little project. Now, this is a project I've been working on for a few months. I'm going to roll in. I might just zoom the camera out too. This is my JP Productions Jetta base. I made a custom. I used well, actually I'll bring it in to show you guys, then we'll talk about it. Let me zoom out a little. So there we go. Just trying to get it all in tripod stick. There we go. So let me just move this crap out the way. Excuse me. So here it is. So this is a Bandai 5000 Star Destroyer, and I added the JP Productions resin base. This is all plaster, and I remolded this. I made a custom wood base myself, stained it all, and wired it up with batteries. Now the plan was to put a switch on the front here. And wire it all up. I don't have the switch yet. I ordered it months ago from China and eBay. You know how it is. At some point I need to get another switch and add it. But for now I can just touch the wires and it'll work, and I'll show you. So, I think the best way of doing this is maybe a bit of camera. So you can see hand painted all the thousands of little buildings and stuff. The Jetta base, which is awesome. And then a Star Destroyer. Really happy how it turned out. Painted some different panels, weathered it. Black wash. It's amazing detail. Now, the purists of you know, this is actually a Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, I think it is, Star Destroyer. It's not a Rogue One theme. You have to change a couple of the engines and the cannons and stuff, but I wasn't going to spend $86 on a few 3D printed parts just to make it, you know, that accurate. I wasn't that keen about it. You know, that's just way too much money for me. So it is what it is. It's not, the purists of you will be shaking your head and stuff. It is super glueless and did kind of move off a little bit, not quite centered, but it should like kind of sit like that. But the cool thing is, like I said, it has lights. So I just touch these two wires together. You can kind of see how. Let me turn that off and see. You can hopefully see some of those lights. And then I put blue flickering on the back for the engines. I don't know how well that's going to show up on the camera. But yeah, it's a cool little thing. I don't know where I'm going to put the thing, but like I say, I just need that little switch on the front, on and off switch, and then we're good to go. But yeah, it turned out really cool. And you can see all the lights on the, I don't know if you can quite see all the lights on the side. Again, we're in daylight right now, so it's not going to be too cool. But I thought, yeah, so use blue flickering on the back. I don't normally deal with lights, so it's a little bit of an eye-opener, so I had to put them all together, solder it all up and stuff. There's lights on the bridge. Maybe you can see that. Thing's going to fall off probably, but you see the lights there too. So yeah, I was really happy how this guy turned out. So like I said, just need that switch and then finish. But the yeah, hand painted, always been in different buildings and stuff on the city, and it was really kind of cool. So yeah, that's the Star Destroyer, Rogue One, City of Jeddah and Star Destroyer Dio I did. Yeah, that was a really fun project too. So that's what I've been working on. So I've been busy. I've been a lot of different projects. You've seen a few little projects I started and just stored. If I'm not feeling the mojo, enjoying it, then I just put it to the side and do something else. Which is a bad habit to get into, because I know before you know it, you've got like 20 unbuilt models on the shelf and stuff. But they will get done at some point. So I'm going to do now I'm going to open up these boxes of these cars and take a quick peek of the Jeep and the Duster and see what I kind of think. And then I think this afternoon I'm going to actually start one, I think, and start a project. So yeah, if you comments below, let me know on Jeep if you think I should do the beachy Baywatch kind of vibe, or do like an off-road trail kind of look on it. And I'd be interested to see what you guys think on that. So as always, appreciate you guys putting comments, appreciate you guys watching. Any comments, any questions at all, please put them at the end of the videos. I always answer all the comments and videos, typically within 24 hours, but sometimes YouTube is a little glitchy and doesn't let me know when I get new comments, so it might take a few days in some cases. But yeah, so as always, thank you for watching. I just got I guess real quick, I'm wrapping up the F16. It's obviously built and stuff. The F16 is going to be, I think 2 more parts left on that one, and then around about mid-January we start the F15, the semi-second scale build video series, and that's pretty much it. So again, as always, have a great happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that kind of stuff, if you celebrate those, and I'll see you in 2021. See ya, goodbye.